Hey there, it's Jen Ferguson with Artistic Painting Studio, and I've got a fun Christmas project, you guys. We are going to do some Christmas tree ornaments, so join me as we have some fun. I absolutely love doing Christmas ornaments and foiling them. So I went by Hobby Lobby, or you can try any craft store that has Christmas ornaments, and they had boxes in bulk. Okay, so I got a bunch of these, and I went ahead and bought black because black is normally a great base coat, but you can also buy different colors depending on which foils you're planning on using. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just clean them off with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Okay, so I use 91% isopropyl alcohol. I'm just going to squirt it on a paper towel and then just clean them off. This way, if there's any kind of oil or residue on them, they'll at least be clean and ready to go. And rubbing alcohol is going to evaporate quickly, so they'll be ready to go to the next step pretty quickly. Okay, and I'm trying to keep my hands off of them, which could be a little challenging, okay, because all you have to hold is that little top piece. Okay, once they're cleaned off, then we're going to go for our foil adhesive. This is our brand, Artsyville Embellishments. And I've already put some out onto what I call a sticky plate. I use this plate over and over again until it just gets so dirty or so built up with adhesive. Okay, again, like I said, I'm going to try and keep my fingers off of the bulbs, but it is really hard. And then I'm just going to paint on the foil adhesive, trying to get 100% coverage. And as you can see, the adhesive goes on milky white looking, and then it will dry to a clear, glossy finish. I would say make sure to give it at least 30 minutes to an hour. The colder it gets, the longer you really want to let your adhesives dry because they don't really like the cold. But don't go too fast, especially because we're on some kind of plastic, and even this was like a matte sheen, it's still a plastic, okay? If we have failure, then we'll put Bondago down first, but I was going to try to go directly over the bulbs. That's why I was buying black to begin with. If you buy something that is shiny, then you might want to make sure that you do put the Bondago first, just to make sure. Okay, I'm just trying to clean up my brush strokes so we're not too messy looking here. And then my trick to hold on to these is I'm using a hanger with some little clips. And let's see if I can get this done without ruining it, okay? Which sometimes is challenging, okay? But I think it's on there, okay? So that is how I hold on to them for them to dry. And that way you've got someplace safe while it's drying in between all of your layers. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of them, and then we'll get to our fun foils. Okay, I know I did not pick traditional Christmas foils for this project, but these are going to be for my tree here at the studio, and I have always wanted an animal print tree. So I have Dara Leopard, Wild Thing, and um, Luna. Took me a second there. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is just to flip your foil over and have it ready just to wrap, okay? There's no like pretty way to do this. It's just gonna wrap it up like a present, okay? And it's going to have wrinkles and crinkles and not be perfect at all, okay? But that is what you're going to do. You can use either the small scrub brush or go all the way down to a toothbrush and just scrub. So you have to embrace the fact that it's not going to be perfect. Most likely some of your base coat is going to show through because of all the wrinkles and crinkles, and we're going to have some texture here, but once you have it where you feel like it has been scrubbed on, you can start pulling the foil away and determining how great of a job you did, okay? If you feel like there's some areas that you want to go back and try to get better coverage, just let the foil fall back into place and scrub a little bit more. And I picked the black based on, I knew my foil choices were all going to have black in the pattern. So I was okay with some of the black still showing through. And I'm carefully pulling this off in case I determine that I want to try to backfill any of those areas. Because sometimes when you get a long wrinkle, it's just going to create almost like a line. So you might want to come back and fill some of those in. But all in all, guys, that came out super, super cute. Okay, so let's get all of these done. Depending on the size of ornaments you find, 1 foot will be plenty to do them, okay? And I've tried doing this super neat and trying to bring them up a little bit more organized, okay? And I don't think it really makes a huge difference in the outcome. So just wrap that ornament up, okay? And scrub. Love how these come out, okay? If you see something as you're removing it, just let it go right back into place. Go scrub that area a little bit more. This is such a fun project that you could do with your children, your grandchildren, friends. You could just get together with a group of girls and just have an ornament foiling party, okay? Okay, there's 2 of them. So far we have the Dara and the Luna Leopard. And the last one I'm going to do is going to be our Wild Thing, which it definitely has a lot going on here, okay? But I thought this would be fun. So let's grab our last ornament. And I've been trying to keep my fingers off of the adhesive as I've been pulling them down, okay? Just trying to make sure that I don't put my fingerprints on it and possibly do anything to the adhesive, but it shouldn't, okay? So again, just wrap it up the best you can. And let's just scrub. So most of the time, any foil that has black in the pattern, black is a pretty good choice to put underneath. But in reality, Wild Thing also looks good over a light color, okay? So you can definitely play with your base coats. Okay, let's see what we got going here. I had some big, big wrinkles going. Let's get our toothbrush in here for these tighter areas. I'm just trying to make sure I get as much coverage as I can. if you feel you have some open spots, you can just place another part of the foil over that area. And I'm not trying to match the pattern up. I'm just doing what I call a little backfill. Let's make sure we don't have any over release there as well. And that is it, okay? So all of the ornaments are done. And as usual, with our foils, you want to protect these, okay? So I'm going to use our final coat to top coat. So just get like a foam plate and pour a little bit out. And just an artist brush will work fine. Again, you're gonna have to do the same thing as we did when we were painting them and putting on the adhesive. We're gonna cover the whole ball and then hang them up to dry, okay? So I would probably put at least 1 or 2 coats of the final coat over, or if you have another water-based top coat that is good with the foils, you can use that as well, but you're gonna want to protect all of them. Okay, I'm just brushing this out because I feel like I got some bubbles, okay? Had too much product on my brush to start with. And again, just hang them up, okay? So this is what I'm doing again. I'm just hanging them up on the hanger so that they will dry. Okay, so once you have finished sealing them, just let them dry. And depending on how they feel, if they don't have any sticky feel to them, then probably 1 coat will be okay. And remember that these can look great in many different decorations. You could add them to a wreath, you could add them to your bows, you could use them on your Christmas tree, or you can just string them and decorate with them. Thank you so much for joining me for this fun Christmas ornament tutorial. You will find a complete list of all the materials and supplies in the description below. And don't forget, make sure to always hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of our upcoming tutorials.